ゴール前46メートルからあっという間に中央を突破。この瞬間にマイケル・オーウェンはスターになり、イギリスのサッカーファンと世界中の観客を興奮の渦に巻き込んだ。98年ワールドカップフランス大会決勝ラウンドのアルゼンチン戦でオーウェンが放ったこのゴールは大会のベストゴールとみなされている。国内ではすでに知られた存在だったが、このゴールでオーウェンは一躍国際的な脚光を浴び、世界で最も語られることの多いプレーヤーになった。
I remember it, yeah, I've seen the goal about 1,000 times again. In England it was played lots of times after the World Cup. I can remember David Beckham passing me the ball and just inside our own half, and then just managing to get in front of a midfield player, and then there was one player in front of me, one defender. I managed to go to the side of him and then obviously scored, and it was a great feeling. I think Paul Scholes, one of our players, was right by me at the time, and we both ran off to the crowd, and it was a great feeling.
試合開始から16分後のこの胸をつくゴールにもかかわらず、イングランドは PK 戦でアルゼンチンに負けた。小柄で敏速、それが本国イギリスでオーウェンに与えられた評価だ。身長175センチしかないが100メートルを11秒4で走る。間違いなく代表チームで一番速い。オーウェンはイギリスサッカーの新しいイメージそのままだ。彼はアラン・シアラー、デビッド・ベッカム、スティーブ・マクマナマン、ポール・スコールズ、そしてダレン・アンダートンらのスター同様、母国イギリスのシンボルとなった。急激に成熟しつつあるオーウェンが加わることによって、イングランドチームは2002年のワールドカップでも予選を突破することはもちろん、優勝候補の一つとみなされている。マイケル・オーウェンは1979年12月14日、チェスターのカウンテス・オブ・チェスター病院で生まれた。チェスターはウェールズに近い人口12万の中世の建築物で有名な美しい町だ。今ではここはマイケル・オーウェンの町であり、かつてなかったほど有名になった。現在彼はウェールズ側のハワーデンの町に住んでいるが、ゴルフをしたり乗馬をするために時々この町に戻ってくる。マイケル・オーウェンは両親のテリーとジャネット、そしてこの素晴らしいコミュニティに育てられた。町の道路や庭、公園は子供たちのサッカーフィールドだった。幼い頃からマイケルにはサッカープレーヤーになることが運命づけられていたようだ。お気に入りのおもちゃはサッカーボールだったし、父のテリーはプロとしてエバートン、ブラッドフォードシティ、そしてチェスターでプレーした経験を持つ。
The first day I played football was probably in my back garden. I have two brothers and two sisters, but my brothers both used to play football as well. And they're about 10 years older than me, 9 and 10 years older than me. So I always try to be as good as them, and that's probably why I improved quite quickly. And it was in the back garden at the local parks that I used to play football.
幸せな家庭生活とスポーツに対する情熱は、マイケルがサッカープレーヤーとして成長する上で重要な役割を果たした。父親のプロサッカープレーヤーとしてのキャリアに加え、マイケルの母は若い頃は優秀なスプリンターだった。2人の兄テリーとアンドリューもサッカープレーヤーだし、姉のカレンはホッケーの選手、そして妹のレスリーはネットボールの天才だった。彼らは皆母のスピードを受け継いでいた。
All my family have been fast. My dad, as I said, used to play football, and he was always a fast runner. My mum always used to be a fast runner. So generally, you see that the sons or the daughters of your parents are similar to your parents, and thankfully, I've been passed on quite a bit of speed. My brothers used to play for their local football teams. But then on a Sunday we would go down to the park, and I would always try to be as good as them. They were better than me because they were 10 years older than me. But I was always trying to be as good as them, and maybe that's why I improved quite quickly, and I was quite good when I was young. And I think I'd like to think, well, they hope that it was that reason why I'd be a professional footballer.
オーウェンは7歳の時、初めてのスパイクを手にし、ハワーデンパスファインダークラブで本格的にサッカーを始めた。彼とチームメイトの実力の差が際立つまでに長くはかからなかった。
The first team I played for was my local team called Harden Rangers, and there were people playing that just enjoyed football. It doesn't matter whether you were good or not very good, you just played football, and in the games the score would be 10 goals and the other team scored 8 goals and things like that. It was just a fun game, and normally you'd score lots of goals in the game, but when you're a child, it's all about having fun and scoring lots of goals and enjoying football.
ハワーデンの監督ピート・レッチャムはマイケルの類いまれな能力とゴールへの執着をはっきりと覚えている。
Michael is exactly right. Football, soccer is a sport that doesn't, it's not determined by the size of the player. If you are skillful enough, if you have the speed, then you are big enough to play soccer. And he's proved that. I think a key ingredient in soccer at the highest level is speed and skill. Michael has both of those in abundance. Michael's potential was great when he arrived. He was very quick. He's always had that speed. He was very skillful, and his determination was there for everyone. It was similar with a number of boys his age at that time, but Michael's difference was his great speed and the skill, which was developing all the time. So we could see how far he would go, but nobody knew the level he would be at today.
Everything he did was just score goals, so the first year he played, he broke all kinds of records, and every time he used to get the ball, he just used to score, and he's so quick as well, his pace as well, so every time you give him the ball, he just used to score goals, so you always knew he was going to go somewhere.
I think I've always been much faster than the other boys. I was always quite a good runner. My parents were always good runners. I think that's always been the case right the way through, and if you were just fast, then you'd run in the Olympics or whatever, so you need to have other skills as well, and over the years I've hopefully picked a lot of them skills up.
オーウェンは小柄であるがゆえに体でぶつかり合うプレーに対処する方法を見つけなくてはならなかった。彼はスピード、そして頭でそれに対抗した。父親はそのスピードをどう使い相手の裏をかくかを教えた。そして肉体の能力に頼るプレイヤーには限界があるが、最高のレベルに達するのは考えるプレイヤーだと繰り返し言い聞かせた。
I think you need both qualities, because if you've got a good mind and you believe that you're going to be a footballer but you can't, you're not very fast, or you're not very big, or you're not too... Physically it does help to be fast. Physically it doesn't matter whether you're small or big, you can still be a footballer. But I think physically is important, but I think the most important is your mind and being confident that you're good enough. And that's probably the biggest thing, that you've got to believe it, or if you don't think you're going to be, you never will be. The whole of my career, the most important person has probably been my dad, because he used to be a professional footballer as well, so he knew what it was all about, and he had lots of advice for me, and always told me what I was doing good and what I was doing bad and what I need to improve, and he's with you for your life, so he's the most important person.
オーウェンは8歳という幼さですでに成功を手にしていた。 D サイドのスクールリーグで彼は1ゲームに平均3ゴールを挙げ、シーズン終了時には合計97ゴールという驚くべき記録を達成した。オーウェンの活躍にイギリス国内のさまざまなクラブのスカウトが目を向けた。彼の記録はリバプールの長い歴史の中でも屈指のストライカーイアン・ラッシュの少年時代の記録をはるかに上回っていたからである。
As I mentioned earlier, when his final year in junior school, I had to play him in central midfield where he scored 30 goals in 12 games. But for the county, he obviously played centre forward, and in his last year, he broke Ian Rush, who was a Welsh international and played for Liverpool's goal scoring record of I think he scored 90 odd goals in one season. So in total in that season he scored 120 odd goals, including the 30 he scored for the school. So that's why he still holds the record for D-side primary schools of scoring 96 goals.
その後マイケルは転向し、イギリス全土のプロのクラブが彼の獲得に向けてしのぎを削ることになる。アーセナル、チェルシー、トットナムなど彼の契約に熱心だったクラブは多い。しかしオーウェンは最終的にはリバプールと契約を交わした。これは意外な選択に思えた。 父もまたマイケルのアイドルだったガリー・リネカーもライバルのエバートンでプレーしていたからだ。
Gary Lineker was my hero because he was scoring lots of goals for England, scoring lots of goals for Everton, who I supported when I was young, and he played in the same position as me, so he was the natural person that I followed as a player. I was born in Chester, which is 20 miles from Liverpool, and Liverpool are a very big club and probably the biggest in the area. Manchester's about 50 miles away. So I was at Liverpool since I was 11 years old, and then when the time came at 16 years of age to decide which club, I'd already been at Liverpool for 5 or 6 years, so I knew everybody, I knew all the coaches and the players there, and it was close to home as well, and I had just been to Lilleshall for 2 years, so I didn't want to leave home for